The Pathways to Knowledge model of information processing identifies 6 stages that students go through when learning to process information. They are appreciation, pre-search, search, interpretation, communication, and evaluation. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. As part of a unit on the United States Congress, a high school government class simulates the process of writing a bill in a Senate committee. The students will hold a Senate committee hearing on increasing the minimum wage, playing roles as senators, reporters, witnesses, and pollsters. The students have to do research on Senate committees and how they function, focusing on the roles they will play. They also have to research the issues related to a minimum wage hike and current and past legislation on the minimum wage. The teacher introduces the students to search engines and websites that may help them find the information.
What I want to do, first of all, is I want to introduce you to a brand new website. It's brand new, even in existence, just a few weeks ago. And if you load up Heartland.net, you can actually, it was right on their screen and it still is, right there at the bottom. It says firstgov.gov. Go ahead and click on that. One of the things you'll see there, if you look down the left side, you'll notice it says U.S. government, and it's got executive branch, legislative branch, and judicial branch. Go ahead and click on legislative branch. Everybody see that? And then just look and see what's there. You can see they have separate links for the United States Senate and the United States House and some other things. A little bit later on, we'll come back to this and look at some other sites. All right, now let's go to a different website. And that one is Thomas, THOMAS, LOC.gov.
The students demonstrate the pre-search stage of information processing as they begin their research. They begin by exploring general sources of information. They identify key words to use in their search, and they build background knowledge as they sift through the information on the web. This helps the students narrow their search and define their information needs. The students have researched the issues related to raising the minimum wage using various internet resources. They choose roles as U.S. senators, members of the press, pollsters, and witnesses. Then they take part in a committee hearing on a proposal to increase the minimum wage. During the course of the hearing, the students use their roles to present new knowledge and express ideas through speaking. This demonstrates the communication stage of information processing.
This is an overdue pay raise for Americans' working families. All of these points join together to create a better American lifestyle if minimum wage is increased.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Now we'll go back to the Republican side with Senator Collins.
I believe that raising the minimum wage to $6.15 an hour would be the right thing for the U.S. There are many reasons why I believe this, and I hope the rest of the country can view my ideas with an open mind. For one thing, there are many families that are not receiving the needed essentials in life, such as food, shelter, medication, and education. This is partly due to the fact that certain jobs just do not pay enough in this growing economy, where prices are rising every day and the cost of living is not suitable to many.
The Congressional Committee also holds a press conference so that the committee members can clarify their views to the public. The students further demonstrate the communication stage of information processing during the question and answer session of the press conference. The students have done extensive research both on the issue of the minimum wage and on the roles they play during the activity. As the reporters ask questions of senators on the committee, they are applying information they have learned in their research. The committee members do the same as they answer the reporters' questions.
I'd like to start with Senator Jeffords. You stressed that this will better our economy. Can you explain or give some examples as to how it would do that?
Yes, our economy right now, the poverty line is low, and this would help people get out of poverty. Give them more money, people would get off welfare.
After they have completed the committee hearing and the press conference, and after the committee has drafted a bill, the students and their instructor assess their personal information process. They discuss the students' knowledge about the minimum wage, as well as how well the students played their roles. The class comes to the conclusion that the questions, discussions, and debates helped them think more deeply about their research and their opinions. This demonstrates the evaluation stage of information processing.
And at a press conference, you have questions thrown at you out of the blue. And like, for instance, when Jessica asked if there was room for compromise, well, had you really thought about that, Aaron?
No.
No. Now, real senators do. I mean, they're looking for compromise often. But it still puts you on the spot. What else? Did you feel like when you started that you understood the issue somewhat? Then when they started asking questions, how was that different? Then you go, Say that a little louder.
So you just start thinking more about both views in every way.
Right, and exactly. And that's one of the good things about this kind of setup, because we've done the research and we've studied the issues, but then when TJ starts asking questions, or whomever,
The hearing and the press conference are videotaped so that the students can watch them later. The video cameras give the proceedings a sense of authenticity and help the students take their roles more seriously. Students and their instructor review the videotape of the press conference. Watching the videotape helps the students assess how well they played their roles. As they watch themselves on camera, the students can check for effective communication of new knowledge. This once again demonstrates the evaluation stage of information processing.